Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set 19! Set Mike 54! Mike 54! You must be dreaming!
They'll run on first down. Coffee. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Smith here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. To the air yet again. Watson. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Watson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Myers' kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam up. Hey, exit. 24 is the mic. Yo. 24 is the mic. Bring it. 24 is the mic. Come on, D. Watch safety creep. There. Get it.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Henry. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch the ship. Go out. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 18 Gators. And we're pretty quiet, team. We're pretty quiet. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hey, Delta. 55. Coming to you, coming to you. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Rip right. Kill. Check. Lucky. Check 3. Check 52. Tight dog.
So that'll back him up 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
Hey, box drop. Check right. Watching the grind. Okay, double. Crouch. Five.
Out of the gun, Lynch. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Right there.
Throwing again is Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, If you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check 3. 54.
Again, it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Myers able to knock it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Watson. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 11-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Texans 3, Titans nothing.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
I got you.
Now again, right side. Coffee. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Listen, 19. 54, Mike. I got it. Let him go.
Out of the gun, Watson. Complete. Smith has it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Fourth down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running from the gun with Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 39, Lynch. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Russell. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. From the gun, it's Lynch. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
30 base. Smooth. 24 is the mic. All day, dog. 24 is the mic.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lynch. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Flushed out right. Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else.
And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. DJ Reader. And they're to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Right there. 54, right there.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And a catch made by Hopkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Watson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one.
60-yard attempt.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Point after, right down the middle. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Set, 8-3. Protein spill.
Switch. Check 15, check 15.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Switch, switch. Jumper, 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 jumper.
Look, squeeze. Get.
Henry running right. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Kill.
Hey, lock it.
26,
Shoot.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Gone. Lead gripper.
After the penalty, it's Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now Watson forced out to his left, shreds the tackle, and incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson now. Throwing again. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 56 yards. And the Texans have retaken the lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, 75 yards. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger-happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go,
Watson to throw again. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons in there to bury him for a loss of 11. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's what linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down, Tennessee.
On 1st and 10, it's Lynch. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. A big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Draw play. This is Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Go, go.
55, 55.
From the shotgun, it's Lynch. And this will be caught by Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, Lynch. The open man is Smith. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Got it.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick-6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Leo!
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Derrick Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the 38, Lynch. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Lynch. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm coming after you. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team. Mike 55. Mike 55. Watch the pass.
They're They're going on fourth down. It's Lynch. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On first down, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's wearing the tight end with it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
We got this. First down jam at their own 33-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Where's the tap? 18, 54. 54 down, he's coming.
On first down, Coffee. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And an alley to run. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. They'll keep it on the ground. Coffee. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Throwing now, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lynch. Taco Charlton coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
60 outlaw. Alpha.
On 3rd down, Lynch. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Set. 19.
54 Mike.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On second down now, Coffee. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
This ain't nothing